Hey guys, Sarge here. Alright, I'm going to try to make this quick because there's so much to cover in here, it's like insane. I pulled out all these little pouches. This is Condor, that's Condor, this one's Condor. The one I was pointing at. This is called, this is a Sidekick. I forget what this one is called. This is an eye pouch, little pouch with a zipper. You have all kinds of things. The green and orange one in the back, these are called dry bags. This is one of those little boxes there that are waterproof. That's that pouch, this one here, and that's that one. Beware of what you're going to buy. These are made to be like very slim, easy to stack on a bag and all that, or on your belt, whatever. However, you cannot stack them very thick full of stuff. You got to be careful. I have a few pens, a few markers here. I have a pad in the back. I have, I think, one a blade or something back there, a small razor blade. I have a flashlight here. I have some band-aids here and a few things in the back, and when I close it, look at it, it's already full. So it doesn't take much to fill these up, so be careful. That's why in the back, if you see back there, I have a fanny pack with the bottle, the water bottle holder. That thing is made more like a cube, if you want, so you could dump stuff in it. You're not stuck in a very small area. Same thing with this here. Yeah, there's a pocket up front, but once you pack the pocket up front, it jams a whole lot less. It takes a whole lot of space and leaves a whole lot less in the back here. So you got to be careful. They look this big. You figure you put this much stuff in it, but you don't. So be careful of what you're going to do. This is another bag. This is a camera bag, a Solo. This is insane. Look at this. On top, I put this old Sucrets box that's like Altoids, just to show, like, there's so much space on top. You could put your first aid gear up here. Then you have this. You have a pocket in the back, a long pocket in the back. You have, this is padded because it's for a camera with a divider that can be taken out if you want to put more stuff in it, or the camera I'm using right now used to fit right in there. In front you have a zippered pocket here. You also have two small pockets on the side here to put individual stuff, and a large one here. Plus, watch this, in the back you have two snaps and that hook and loop. Makes it like really hard to remove. Okay, you could clip this onto your belt if your belt fits in there. You could clip it onto your belt. Then you could use this because you can't take it off with the clip here. So you can use this, slip it around your belt, bring it back around, tie it, put this on your hip or on your back, and you could cinch this as tight as you want. Now all of a sudden you don't have to carry it in your hands. I think I paid this $16 maybe 8 years ago, 9 years ago, when I started doing all these things, because I started getting into prepping and I wanted to get all kinds of gears, and a lot of this stuff I have are like tests. It's all like proof of concepts to see, does it work, does it not work, can I do something with this or not. Here's a few quick things. If you have old knives like this, don't throw them out. Usually they are made of the good steel. The steel I told you, like spring steel, 5160, stuff like that. That's the kind of steel, 1095, although the older ones don't have 1095. But you'll find more like spring steels, 01 tool steels, that kind of stuff. This is the kind of steel you want, easy to sharpen. You can actually sharpen this on a stone. A river rock. I'm not kidding you. So don't throw them out. The old butcher knives you have with the wooden handles that are all loose, don't throw them out. That metal is really good steel. Don't throw them out. The flashlight that I spoke about, it's on the little headband here, that goes in my EDC bag. I've got this to show. I'm not sure if I showed it before. I didn't go check, but I'll show you anyhow. In this little tiny pack here, what do we have in there? Because, I mean, this is like small, right? Do you agree? Okay, what do I have in here? I have a battery charger. I have an extra battery for my flashlight. This my little trust fire here. So I have an extra battery for the flashlight. This, the blue part, is a charger, and I have a light here. So I'll just show you quickly. Here's what you could do with this. Let's say, for example, the battery would die here. I could use this battery, which is brand new, charged, put it in, and I have another battery to use. I can take the battery that's out of there, and I can do this with it. I can take the positive, put it on the positive here, take the negative, put it on the negative. Now there's a plastic on it. Normally I'd take the plastic off naturally. If I plug this in a USB source, whether it be a power bank, anything that gives 5 volts, USB, this will charge the battery. Now, on the other hand, let's say I had a charged battery, and this is where these 18650s, by the way, if you have old, those drill batteries, those power tool batteries that don't work anymore, tear them apart. Take your time, tear them apart, get a regular voltmeter. The stupid little $5 voltmeter works. Take them all out, cut all the leads off of them, and test them each. One of them is going to be dead. The other 5 or 4 are going to be perfect. Get yourself a battery charger for lithium-ion batteries, and you got yourself $5 cells for free. Okay? So anybody you know who's chucking out those battery packs, or if you have some, open them up, get the batteries out, test them. I guarantee you, one is dead, the other are good. That's guaranteed. I got maybe 20 of these because that's what I've been doing. Now, here's my trick. Let's say you have a fully charged battery like this one. I can put my positive on the positive, my negative on the negative, and now, if I am to take my little light here, this is the coolest thing in the world. Wait till you see this. Oh, dang, we got light. Look at it. And here's the fun part. Look, it dims. Do you see? I can dim the light just by touching the back of it. So now I have a flashlight from a battery. So even if I was to lose my flashlight or something, if I had my little, because if I had my little pack, I'd have this little battery in it, this would do the exact same thing as this here. It's just that this one has a lot more capacity. So that's a little trick, just a little nothing. Okay, to give you an idea, batteries would technically cost you nothing, because if you're smart, go around, ask, you know somebody who's got tools, they got an old battery pack. You'll get the batteries for free. This I got on AliExpress. I paid, I don't want to lie to you, I think it was $7, if I'm not mistaken. The batteries were $10 for 2, so $5 a piece. So 7 and 5 is 12, and this was $1. So $13. I have a way to recharge any lithium-ion battery I have. I can recharge. I can use any charged lithium battery with this to feed anything that hooks to USB, because that's a USB. So you could charge your phone with this. You could put this battery on the charger, plug your phone into whatever plug you have, plug it there, and recharge your phone with this battery. So I always try to look at what's the smallest, most compact, but smart way of doing things. I'm not crazy. Like I did the Altoid tin thing. I have many of them. You end up with stuff that's so tiny, you're not going to be able to use it. Those tiny little ferro rods this big. Yeah, if you're in the Himalayas and you're stuck and that's all you got, okay, good grief, go for it. For most of the people, in most of the situations you'll find yourselves into, a standard ferro rod like this here, this piece here that you see, you should be able to carry that. Always like less than an ounce. Let's not go crazy now. So now, like I said, you have many options for bags. Use your imagination, okay? What you need is a way to light yourself. If you have a bigger flashlight with a very high capacity battery, let's say an 18650 that's 3500 milliamp hours, that's going to last a while. So if you've got that, you're in business. If you're carrying a smaller one with a 700 milliamp battery, having a spare battery and a way to charge it is an awesome way. Carrying this weighs nothing, cost $1, and I got an extra light. So even if it's not a question of losing this, I have this, and I need an extra light to lend to somebody or to use elsewhere, to light something else while I'm using my headlamp for another reason, I have an option here. So there's that. Now, you're going to need a way to light yourself, some cordage. Having cordage, it's very hard to reproduce cordage. I mean, the very experienced outdoorsmen know how to do it. But for the average person, if you're stuck outside and you need to get some cordage, you're going to have a hard time. So carry some cordage with you. Carry some duct tape. Duct tape is like the be-all, end-all to save your butt. It does so much, it's insane. And get the black one, the Gorilla Tape. That one sticks like crap. The other thing you should carry, a knife. Like I showed the other day, $10. Get yourself a knife. A little Swiss Army. It does the job. Here's a tip. The people that look to buy those bladders, those water bladders, look at this here. I'm going to show you something. There. You see this big thing here? Look at the size of this. This comes from a company here called Tim Hortons. And what they do is they have this big tub, a bucket, like it's a cardboard bucket, and you order your coffee, is like, I don't know, 10 cups of coffee in it, and this is what the coffee is in. So I take these out of the boxes when I order a box when they're empty, or even if they're not empty, and I wash them out and I let them dry for a couple of days, because the only air coming out is from here, so you got to let them dry out for a little while. But this is lined. So I'm not saying it's going to keep your food either hot or cold longer. That's not the point. The point is that it's double layer. So it's a little thicker than a single bag. Takes a little bit of space. This is not meant to carry in your pocket. But in your backpack or in your bug-out bag or your get-home bag, this could be an option. Because you could fill this up. If you have one of those filters, water filters, you could fill this up and you could carry like 10 cups of 10 ounces. That's 100 ounces of water. They put 100 ounces of coffee in here. So you could carry 100 ounces of water. So guys, I hope this helps you a little bit. I hope it narrows it down a little more. I'm going to go a little further in detail in each and every one. But like I said, there's so much to talk about. You could get lost for weeks there in this stuff. Just this bag here. Just this here. This is enough of a pain in the ass to go through. You wouldn't believe me. All the stuff I have in these two little bags and there. So, trust me, there's a lot of stuff to go through. So I want to keep it simple. So first of all, find yourself a bag. Be creative. Use what you got. And especially for women, if you want to be what's called gray man, which means to hide in the crowd, not to stand out. Example, if you're in a college crowd, having the camo gear with the big assault pack, maybe you're going to stand out a bit. Maybe not, I don't know, but maybe you will. So, you know, like that's what's called gray man. So for women, you may have a nice makeup bag that was given as a gift and it's made solid and blah blah blah. I know that those Ralph Lauren bags and all that, my wife used to get them, the makeup bags. They were like made of heavy thick cotton. If you have something like that, it hides, it blends in, nobody would expect, and you can stack your stuff in it. So guys, I hope it helps you. I wish you an awesome day. Give me a feedback. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. If you don't like it, hey, I'm not going to waste time on this. But if you do, let me know. All right, guys. Cheers. Sarge out.